make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.
Woo! Let's get another video rolling. Everyone, Kenny Tony coming back at you with another quick video. As you see, we got Big Blue cleaned up, looking good. And recently I just uploaded a video with Big Black, going over the things that I've installed on it. I'm gonna do the exact same thing with Big Blue here and tell you what I recommend and what I don't. If anything, I would change this go around, or if not. All right, looking at the front of Big Blue. So we're gonna go over a couple things, or pretty much everything as I walk around the truck that we've done to the truck to see what I recommend and what I don't recommend. And if I'm not, I'll tell you why and give you some kind of rating on them, right? So up front, you see first Ford grill, okay? The Ford grill looks like the Raptor grill. I recommend it for the truck if you're in the market for it. So I got this one from, I think, Amazon. Can't remember the price, but I'm gonna post a picture right here. I said, and it wasn't too bad. Quality wise, I would say this one does not have the same quality as the one back here on my truck, okay? It is a little bit thinner. So if I could show the difference maybe. So in my 16, the honeycomb is seems to be a little bit thicker right here. I would say a little bit over a ½ inch in thickness here. And when you come back to the other one, the honeycomb is definitely not as thick, but it works well. I mean, like I said, it's definitely not as thick, but you know, it sits in there and does its thing. When I got the grill, as you see, it wraps into the headlights on the sides. One of the sides wouldn't snap in. So first, the mounting brackets that came on the back had to be swapped, and then it worked. But then one side wouldn't snap in well. So under these panels here, you can snap those panels forward and have access to the push pins. They wouldn't work. So actually, one of them actually do have a screw in holding it. I give it an 8 out of 10. I mean, it works well. My gaps aren't perfect, but you know, overall it definitely changes the look. And what I mean by gaps is this one is pretty much smaller gap up top, a little bit larger gap on the bottom, and when you come to the other side, the gap is slightly bigger and a little different. Like I said, overall, nothing that a person who isn't too picky wouldn't worry about. But let's go ahead to the lower honeycomb. That is just a piece of honeycomb mesh. I did make another video on that. I think I got a little sheet of it, maybe 2 foot wide by 3 foot long or something. Cut the section out, put it in there, siliconed it, trim these little pieces of trim to allow for that extra thickness of grill behind it. So it's held in by these 2 pieces, and it's glued to those 2 beams going around. I did have zip ties on it to hold it for like the first, you know, day or two to make sure it's set real good, but no problems out of that. Overall, look at the truck is great. Stance is good, it's high. I'm going to try to take them down in the next couple days to do another review of them. One of my videos I had prior, I did the height measurements. I just want to see if they settled, if this is any difference, have the heights changed in the past couple months of driving. But Morimoto's in the front. Wife liked the look, so we went with that route. So she has the also white LEDs in the front. I removed the amber ones out, replaced them with white. They kind of had to be a custom fit, had to bore the hole out a little bit, put them in there and put black silicone around them. Fit good and work great now. But I have the Morimotos. As far as performance goes, I can't complain about them. They have done great for my wife so far. She absolutely does not do any complaining about you know, the light output. Definitely a huge improvement over stock. It's not as bright as the G5R retrofit, but it's definitely an improvement over stock. So if I could say stock might be like from 1 to 10, a stock might be like a 4. When you put LED bulbs or HID bulbs in it, that may give you a 5 or 6. This is definitely a solid 8, and that's a 10, 9 or 10. I mean, it's close. What this one lacks is the width. It definitely shoots a great pattern, but it doesn't go as wide as the other ones. But like I said, this isn't a headlight video. This is just overall. So I did get my paint from automotivetouchup.com. Color matched the front grille. I've made a video on that as well. At the same point in time, I color matched the mirror caps of my wife's truck. The Amazon or the eBay LEDs, which are the Morimoto clone looking ones, 50 bucks, absolutely amazing. You can't go complain with these at all. She has the fuel contras, 22 by 10 with a negative 19 offset, slightly less with a negative 6 difference between the two trucks, but she definitely has a, you know, it's not much, quarter inch, half, you know, nothing really, if I can just guess. But it's also wrapped in the 285/55 22 needle tear grapplers. As I've stated in the other videos, and I'll make sure I state on this one, I took my last truck with the needle tear grapplers through the blizzard that we've had in my area, and it did great. I was one of the only people on the road, and the snow was well up into the middle of my hood, and I was just pushing snow. Kind of stupid move to make, but you know, once you start moving, you couldn't stop. Made it to work, and after that, I've stuck with these tires. My wife's truck is sitting on the Rough Country Vertex system. It's got the Vertex coilovers in the front. We have custom stickers put on them to match the blue, so we took the red off, got the custom Vertex sticker put over top of the red one that's already in there. We have all settings on one for the truck. Same for the rear, the piggybacks, 2.5 Rough Countries. We have the Vertex stickers on those. These are the Rough Country rear well liners. They definitely were needed for her truck being blue. You can't really notice so much in mine, but you can. The underspray is still tan, so I'm going to get some ones put on mine. I just haven't gotten that far yet. Also, on my wife's truck here, she definitely has the same rain guards as me, the AVS low profile. The end channels, just never had good luck with those, especially with the Fords. When you roll the windows up, they kind of supposed to sense things being in them to keep from busting. So once the pressure increases or resistance increases, they will roll the window back down. Well, I kept running into that with my rain guards. So that front tent didn't cost of anything, $30 for the kit. I had success on my first truck, so I did the same thing, waited till an overcast day like today, and it was fall and it was slightly raining out, so I didn't have to worry about dust, I didn't have to worry about anything like that, and I went out there and put this on. Like I said, no problems. I also did the front strip across both front trucks. Both trucks got the strip. My wife, we put the OEM functioning LEDs on the bottom, so when you unlock the doors, they function just like the standard puddle lights. Work great. No complaints there. She has the Sport. Mine is an FX4. I really don't know too much difference in between the two. I mean, mine has a locking rear differential, so does hers. Yeah, I really can't really see much of difference in anything. Mine just has on the shifter, the shifting pattern is, you know, park, reverse, neutral, drive, manual, 2-1. Hers doesn't have the 2-1, so it still has park, reverse, neutral, drive, manual. But I really didn't investigate much to see exactly what the difference is between the sports and different models. But we went ahead and switched to hers, got the Morimoto taillights put in there. Got a great deal on these from Morimoto. They were an open box used with a little damage to them, but they had pretty much a break or a crack there, which was outside of the housing. So the housing is still waterproof. Hadn't had any issues at all with that. So I got those, put those in the truck, no problem at all. We put the Ford F150 decals on the back. They're just plastic one. They do have a slight rise to them, so they're not just like your standard vinyl, so they do come up, if you can see, like, so these go down in channel and these come out and it just goes up. So it definitely, I think, looks better than just having them like spray painted black or just having like black vinyl put in there. Did the same thing with hers. Put the nightshade LEDs as far as the reverse lights. They have 4 mounts, 1, 2, 3, 4, but in the middle, if you can see, there's 6 different little screws. Before placing them, I took those 6 screws out, silicone the whole inside, put it back together. Worked great. I've just run into issues with these little small ones like this. These little cheap ones, like 20 bucks from Amazon, leaking on me and things. I did do the 250 receded, recessed license plate lights. There's just a slight difference in her rear view camera than mine. Hers has this like little 3-dimensional area that pops out. Mine doesn't. So with that change, I got crazy glare when I put LEDs inside of here. When you put it in reverse, only thing you can see was LEDs everywhere. Open the tailgate up. Did the same thing with the tailgate assist. She has the backflip Industries. I think it's the MX4. So it works just like the Ford one that's rebranded. You pull the little cable here, one person, one side, super light, fold up the panels, and then they go all the way up to where it's standing up against the top. Gives you full access to the bed if needed, and no problems there. Also have the Amazon special third brake light. Can't complain about it at all. Don't have any issues with light output at night. Doesn't leak. None of the bulbs are out. Well, speak of the devil. I'm going to check the warranty on that. Looks like one side is out now. But so with that being said, it's lasted 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 months. I'll look at my history to see exactly how long it's lasted. And we'll go from there with finding a replacement. But let's keep going with the truck. I found a cheap tailgate extender, just like my other one. My wife isn't going to really do any hauling or anything with it. It's just the convenience of keeping things from going further back in there to where she can't reach them. One of the differences also with my truck is I do have the step here. She doesn't have it, but it's not something that she requires, that she's missing. And one of the big differences with the backflip is the backflip, you can shut it with tailgate already down. You can shut the tailgate with the top down. With the Ford one, it has a huge rubber gasket. It has the layout on top, and it has a little sticker on it that says close tailgate first before closing the lid. So we do that. Yeah. So pretty much just going around the truck at this point. Remote start on the trucks. They work fine. Trucks look great. No complaints about them at all. All right, so let's just run up to the inside real quick. See anything that we've got in here that we've done different. I don't really think we've done really anything different on the inside of the truck. So my wife has the OEM Ford F150 floor mats that come in the truck. The OK Vac ones that I have in the other truck seem to cover a little bit more area, but you can't go wrong with either. She also has a 10-inch kicker underneath her seat with a 400.1 RMS amp, all hooked up to the factory head unit, and the base knob is located down here. Like I said, no real issues. One of the things we did here was she didn't really care about having a big LCD screen there, so we just left hers as it is, but I did change the color of her gauges, and I used that blue film that I've showed you all how to do in prior videos. And the bigger change, so, well, here's the shifter pattern change. So as you say, mine has a 2 and a 1 here. Also, her gauge lets her have different, more driving modes. So mine has sport and tow and haul. Now I think hers has like sport, eco, tow and haul, and snow. So yeah, that might be one of the differences. But standing on the back, we did change out all of her seat covering to leather. We went through the RRW Race Relations World or Relations Race World. Can't remember exactly what it is, but we got a great deal on these. I think at the point in time they were on sale for like $300, so we got the whole seat cover set for $300. It did not include the armrest cover here. The armrest cover is the factory one that was in the truck, so it's a little bit different, but overall, amazing. Her seats are a lot smoother and softer than mine. Mine is the cat skin, is a little bit more rugged. But yeah, overall, we absolutely love these trucks. Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, here's the conclusion to this video. Hope you liked it. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Everything that I have on the truck, would I put it on there again? Yes. Some people aren't a huge fan of the Morimoto headlights. Some people are more of a retrofit kind of person, a custom person. We'll talk about that in a different video of why I did what I did and how the two trucks came themselves. But yeah, the only thing I am going to worry about here, I wouldn't recommend, is this brake light right here. So I might just find a factory one and put it back in there and tin it out. But we'll figure that out. Yeah, have a good one.
This is the end.